As a shot blocker, defender, and team leader, he was compared to Bill Russell. As an inside scorer, he rivaled Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And as a passer, he stood alone among centers. Bill Walton possessed all of the pieces of greatness, except one. Due to inadequate bone structure in his feet, he spent more than half of his NBA career on the sidelines. But beyond the frustrations of his injuries, he projected a social awareness rare to his profession. Here is Bill Walton, basketball player and political activist, in that order.
I have a dream.
The country was in a great deal of turmoil. The Vietnam protest at their absolute height, American boys being killed. The whole fabric of America was unraveling.
Sports America didn't like the exterior society, which was changing at a rapid rate. This gifted athlete comes in, but he has attitudes that are unconventional and even seemingly radical. His hair was long, he was hippie, it was known that he smoked weed.
Is he smoking pot, or is he a communist, or what's going on? It was his way of making a statement.
I always told Bill that what he represented to me was a rebel with a cause.
I grew up in an environment where I was encouraged by my parents and by my coaches to question authority, to think for myself, and to have an opinion. Thinking people can only be turned against the present government and its agencies.
Born to play basketball and educated to raise political hell, rarely had a man more closely fit his time than Bill Walton. As big man on the UCLA campus, the 6'11" center was impossible to ignore.
Bill Walton was out front. Burn it down, shut it down. Those were his words.
He wanted to do something important and be influential through basketball.
He was a person that people looked to. Your voice is going to be heard more than our voice.
Let's go. Let's get it.
With UCLA in the midst of a record run of 7 consecutive national championships, Walton was often torn between his loyalty to a coach and
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all know I'll be trying to do some different shit every now and then. You know what I mean? Try to be different, man. That's why I changed my name more than the game.
The Kent State situation, he was out there.
Try to use these tools to tie in
Shake his head.
everything, man. And how fitting we have Bill Walton here. You know, I was Evo Bill Walton last night. I was doing it last night, and you know, all that stuff with Nick Cannon, and just a bunch of race issues been popping up, and you know, it was kind of fitting that we did this gameplay today. I know a lot of people did gameplay on Bill Walton already, but I don't think people know in depth about who Bill Walton was, as far as, like you heard, him being an activist, and him being actually a leader in civil rights. Not a leader in civil rights, but just being a spokesperson in civil rights, and that using his platform for what it's supposed to be used for, and not just being, you know, a closed mouth and not saying nothing. And I think so many times, you know, we have situations where a lot of people with big platforms won't say nothing, which gives, you know, kind of a nod and an okay to people that are hateful and that are, you know, whatever, racist, whatever. When we have big platforms who won't say anything about anything, we got YouTube creators, we got content creators, we got all type of people, and people won't say anything about nothing, then that's where and that's where hate is breeded out, and that's where, you know, people start, you know, creating their own stories and creating their own narratives and telling their part, and only want to deal with, you know, stuff that they want to deal with. Like I said, this is 2K video game. probably no place for this, but at the same time, shit, it is to me. You know what I mean? It is to me. So, everybody that fuck with my channel already know that I try to come with a little bit of a message. I want to have fun too, but we do have an obligation to, as human beings, to make sure that everything is going right and everybody's being treated fairly. So this is my contribution to that, and yeah. So that's why I do the intros like that. That's why I do what I do. That's why I try to add in a little bit of, you know, history and knowledge when it comes to these players. I know a lot of you guys are young. I'm 36, almost 40. So when it comes to it, you know, your elders are supposed to be your teachers. So if you guys are around a bunch of elders and they're not teaching you nothing, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of whack. That's what it's kind of. It's fucking whack. We gotta be. I just think we gotta be better teachers, man. The elders gotta be better teachers to the kids, and so on and so forth. But anyway, what's up with everybody? Thanks for tapping in. Gonna get some gameplay going. I got this huge ass lineup, bruh, and I've been meaning to do this for a little minute. I've been meaning to do this Giannis and Bill Walton for a little minute. I didn't know they was gonna change Bill Walton into a opal, but hey, whatever. Let me see what y'all saying in here. Hold on. Let me see what y'all talking about. Because I know I just said a lot. Alright, where we at? Did you see that? Yeah, I did, bro. I posted it on Twitter. I don't know if I was one of the first ones that posted, but I saw that. It was just like random. Went to Jerry West's name. Oh, you know what? Thanks for reminding me, too. Am I getting any money from this? I got that Ralph Sampson. I put him up, but then I went back to go look at Jerry West because that's who I really wanted. And yeah, that shit, it was glitched the fuck out. I actually took a picture of it. Let me see. I took a picture of that shit. Yeah, right here. See, wait. Yeah, I took a picture of it and posted it up on Twitter. That shit's crazy. That shit was crazy. I was like, what in the world is this, bruh? Like, when seeing it just like that, like when you just seeing it like that, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what in the hell? But yeah, that's gonna be pretty dope. It looks like that's gonna be coming tomorrow. WNBA. I like that, bro. That's gonna be pretty dope. 2K should do a lot of stuff like that, man. 2K should do a lot of little stuff like that. I know they probably got like a long list of shit that they be wanting to do, and at the times they want to do it. They probably planned out already like a year. They gotta be. And all the next players, did you see all the next players? Yeah. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, first. No, you know what? I just lined myself up and just kind of went over my taper a little bit, fixed my beard a little bit. Yeah, that's all. I ain't really did nothing. Hold on, y'all. Nothing crazy. All right. Yeah, man. So WNBA tomorrow, I guess. Whatever. All the new next players. That's gonna be dope. Then what else is on the topic? And yeah, man, how do you feel? What? How do we feel about what Nick Cannon said, bro? That's what I want to know. I see there is a major split on YouTube. Some people with it, some people not with it. You know, I can understand, kind of, I guess. What I do want to say is, I don't think bro was spitting no hate speech. That wasn't hate. He wasn't saying that black people hate people, or he wasn't saying he hates anybody, bro. Like, he was trying to explain probably why people hate us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I got out of it. He was trying to explain why there's so much hate for black people. Black men especially. Haven't heard. You might be able to find a piece of it on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, I mean, he basically was talking about melanated people. And he was talking about how black people were the original, you know, what's the name? Original lost tribe from, right? That's what's in the Bible, okay? So this is what he was talking about. And he was literally fired the next day. Probably that night. He was fired. Viacom fired him. And a lot of people thought he owned Wildin' Out. He doesn't. Viacom owned Wildin' Out. Everybody knows that who owns everything in media. Like, we all know who owns this shit. So you get out of line and your shit is gone. It's probably why my YouTube page will never grow past a certain amount. It's probably why I don't get a whole bunch of views or whatever. YouTube tries to shadow ban me off top. They go and look at my videos, bro, see the shit that I be talking about to y'all and be like, yeah, no, we're not letting that out. Because they look at it like there's no place for that. This is supposed to be entertainment for you guys. So once content creators start, you know, telling certain things, YouTube looks at it like, well, you're taking it out of context of what we provided this platform to be. But freedom of speech is supposed to be freedom of speech no matter where you are, no matter what platform you on. You should be able to, you know, speak the way you want to. I'm not, you know, hurting nobody. I'm not, you know, disrespecting nobody. I'm not saying, you know, nothing that's not already been written down, and I'm not saying nothing that hasn't been said before. So the fact that you would be shadow banned or be fired or you know what I'm saying, because you said something is crazy. When there's people, there's people online, offline, whatever, that say all type of shit. I can sit here as a black man and talk about black people all day long. I can yell nigga this. I can talk about how I want to kill the next black man. I can talk about all that, and I'll stay on. I'll probably even get more. They'll probably even push my channel even more. I can talk about gang banging. I can talk about making y'all drink lean. I can talk about all of that stuff, right? But as soon as I start trying to tell you the truth about who you are, or as soon as I try to tell you the truth about anything, then all of a sudden, oh, you're not meeting YouTube's guidelines. Oh, or whatever, you're not meeting our guidelines, and then you fired, and then you blackballed, and then you know, like, soon as you, it's even the same thing with the masculinity and the whole trans and LGB thing. Soon as you want to be masculine as a masculine man, then you're hating, or you're homophobic. You know what I mean? I don't want a man touching me, or I don't want to be around, I don't want my kids or nobody to be around transgender people or people like that. I'm being homophobic. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that make any sense? Like, how does that make any sense? You know, like, why do I have to accept? But people don't even accept black people. And that's fine. You don't have to. But then don't force me to accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This is kind of weird, bro. It's kind of weird. This world we live in is kind of weird, and it's starting to become very deliberate. Like, it's starting to become very obvious that they don't want you talking about this. They just want you talking about this right here. They want Nick Cannon to be on Wildin' Out acting like a complete monkey idiot And as soon as he stepped out of line and started talking some truth shit and put a turban on, which I don't. But anyway, then you see what happened? See? Too black, you know. You know. That's what happens. That's what happens, bro. And we live in a fucked up society where that's allowed. But it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. I'm not about to shuckle and jive for nobody, bruh. I'm not about to, nah. I'm not about to be no yes man for nobody. If I don't think it's right, it ain't right. Fiber, are you on Twitter? If you still in here. My bad, fucking. Everybody on fucking Twitter. Well, not everybody, but a bunch of fucking people, bro. So I posted, so look, Troy Dan, that's why I asked, was you on Twitter? Troy Dan had posted some shit about Dwayne Wade agreeing with Nick Cannon. I replied, and now I'm getting a lot of motherfuckers trying to, not even a lot, but a couple of people. They think they know what they're talking about, but they don't. So sad. Hey, I appreciate that. So I sent out the invite. Dudes want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Don't run from the conversation. I'm not going to run from the conversation. Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. Hey, what's up, Max? I don't want to run from the conversation. Let's have the conversation. Are we discussing was Nick Cannon wrong in what he said? Was he wrong? Was he wrong? Was Nick Cannon wrong? That's what I want to know. Was the young blood wrong for what he said? And have we not heard this before? Right? I'm back. Had to get groceries. Have we not heard this before? I can go right here. I can go right here on YouTube and play you white people saying that black people were the original Jews. And then we can go and find out all the scientific shit about melanin and not having melanin and what that does and all this shit and all that. We could go and toss up so much shit, bro. Like, why is Nick Cannon saying this and then getting fired for it? He didn't say anything hateful. He didn't say that he hated white people. He didn't say he hated Jews. He didn't say he hated nobody. He said why there might be so much hate towards people with melanin skin and the people of color. I don't see. Let me see if I can find it. Because they said they took it down off of. They said they took it down, bro. Which is crazy. They're calling it controversial.
When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and connects us in a way.
Hold on. Hold up. Let me connect this to my speaker. This is like a piece of it, though, because they cut out the part where I guess he was speaking about, you know, the juice people. The juice people. I don't want to use that name because they're going to probably fuck my channel up. They're going to take my whole goddamn channel off, bro, if I fucking... Okay, hold up. I'm going to play this little piece.
When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, you know, Dr. Francis C. Welsman talked about is that fear in that
genetic annihilation
deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear, they're acting out of low self-esteem, they're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and fight or flight in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality that they're coming out of Europe. They then said, in order for us to survive, we have to take what's not ours. And then they went into the land that actually where we are originated. And instead of trying to make friends, they said, we want what you got. Because there's this mentality of whether it's the Caesars or even that we have to conquer.
Right.
So I say all that to say the context, and when we speak of whether it's Jewish people, white people, Europeans, the Illuminati, they were doing that as survival tactics to stay on this planet.
Right, because
we never had to do that.
Right, because they've learned when they circumnavigated the globe and they ran into these islands and these places, and we were already there to greet them.
Right, with open arms.
With open arms, teaching them, but they
were deficient.
They were deficient, so they wanted to get what they thought we had, and we did have it. So the rape took place of the woman. The theft took place of the natural resources.
And then that's when their disease.
Exactly.
That's where their mentality, because I'm trying to get to that place of how they were able to get control over the gods. How they were able to get control over their
once they
people.
learned that, though, and now they raped and impregnated, left and came back, and they saw the child lighter, they said, wow, that's when they learned genetics. Genetic annihilation. So now you have to set up a system of white supremacy to control.
And that ass it like cuts off right there. It like cuts off right there. Like, so explain, Evolve Bill. Y'all explain to me how y'all feel about that. Explain to me. And that's not the whole interview, but that's the gist of it. That's what he got fired for. That's what he got fired for, saying that. John H. Clark said that long time ago. Rest in peace, John H. Clark. He said that long time ago. There's been plenty of people who said that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to survive, bruh. Like, I don't understand why we can't be honest about shit. You know, there's history of pillaging and taking from people who were already here. Is that not true? Like, why is that a problem when we start talking about that? Why is that a problem once we start talking about that? I don't get it. He was scared. He was scared to even say that shit. He was scared to say that shit, bro. He didn't just boastfully just come out with that shit. He was, bro, you can hear it in his voice. He didn't really want to do that. He did not really want to do that, bro. He didn't really want to do that. He didn't really want to do that. It's like he's on live. Right. Right. And we can't sit here. This is the biggest problem we have, right? It's just like you just said. He was scared to say that. Now just think about how many black people in the industry who are scared to even thumbs up his comment. Dwayne Wade comes out. Dwayne Wade was the face of LGBT for the last 6 months. They've been praising Dwayne Wade on everything. On everything. On every platform, Dwayne Wade. Now, because he thumbs up what Nick Cannon says, now Dwayne Wade is the worst person on earth. When everybody just had his back when he was trying to transform his son into a little girl. See? It's okay when you destroy black community, but it's not okay when you try to build black community. And if you don't see the fucking difference, and if you don't see the line that's been drawn in the sand, then something is wrong with you. And I consider you to be a racist. I don't give a fuck if you never called a black person a nigger or not. If you can't see clearly that they don't want us to build in a positive way at all, and they want us to stay right here and stay right here. The fucking lady told LeBron James, stay in your place, just play basketball, don't get to talking about no politics or nothing. If you don't see the line in the sand has been drawn, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Right? Something is wrong. They are. They're held on a contract. And the contract says what it says. Don't bark against it. Don't bite it. Don't go against the system. You're going to do this like this. Right? And if you're a black man, we want you to act like this. We want you to dance like this. We want you to smile like this and laugh like this, serve like this. And as soon as you step out of that box, right, you become a terrorist, you become a hate speech, or you become all these bad things. All because right? I'm looking at my video game. I'm looking at the players on my game. Predominantly of these players are black. 90%, 85, 87%. That anybody on this game is going to be playing with, right? Right? Is a man of color. Your team will be based around people of color. Right? Right? Yet we get the least respect. They want us to entertain, and that's it. That's it. That's it. They want you to be an entertainer. Right? It's hate when I start telling you as a black man that we can do better and you should do better and who you were originally. In school, they want to start with slavery. That's where they start with your culture, and that's where they start with your people in school. It's slavery. They don't date nothing else prior to that. Nothing before that. But to sell you on George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and such. They don't want anything to change. Basically, if you speak on it, you go to jail and end up dying. Listen to what he's just said. Look at what he wrote. Yeah, facts. They don't want anything to change. Basically, if you speak on it, you go to jail or end up dying. That's what we get. That's what we get. Right? Niggas get fired from their jobs, shadow banned from YouTube. But a motherfucker like EPD45 can sit on YouTube and talk about all this crazy stuff, bro. Just got caught doing some pedophile shit, and he hits 2 million subscribers. And YouTube is constantly pushing this dude. He just got caught And this is a black dude. This is a black man who yells nigga every single section, who went against the whole Black Lives Matter. I don't really care about Black Lives Matter, but still, who was very pro whatever. All I'm saying is, how do you let this dude, right? You ain't no shadow banning him, no. Go look at this shit, bro. Go look at this shit, bro. Go look. EPD45. I don't want to say his real name. I don't want to say his full name because it's messed up. But whatever. Dude just got caught trying to holler at a 16-year-old. Screenshots and everything. Admitted it and everything, bro. And this is who they push on YouTube. Overweight, sloppy black dude who don't... Come on, bro. That's who they want you to be. That's who they want you to be. That's who they want you to be. I never heard Shaq speak on nothing, bro. You don't hear Shaq speaking on nothing. You know why? Because Shaq is part of the Boule. Shaq is a part of the fraternity, Greek fraternity. You hear him throwing up the Q dog and all that shit. Now, big difference, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Who changed his name. Big difference. Big difference. Big difference. You don't see Kareem on SportsCenter. You don't see Kareem doing TNT. You don't see it. And you won't. This is who you're going to see. The clown. Who has over 100 commercials. Where's his commercials? Why did he change his name from Lou Alcindor to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Big difference. Big difference. Big difference. You're going to see him all the time. You're going to always see him. They're always going to keep him in your face. Greek fraternity right here. Greek fraternity. Ask yourself why any black man would sign up with a Greek fraternity. A Greek fraternity. Greek. Greek. Go look it up. Boule. Sellout. Would never speak on black nothing. Would never, nothing. Never. You would never hear him come out his mouth. You would never hear him post nothing on Twitter. You would never hear him say nothing. He's scared. You know, LSU. Boule. He didn't go with the he didn't get down with the get down. So they blackballed Kareem. Blackball Kareem. Y'all ever notice why Kareem is not considered the GOAT? Well, that's because yeah. See why they gave all that love to Jordan. You see what Jordan said about black lives when they were dying over tennis shoes and politics. Politics wears Jordans too. That's what Jordan said, bro. You see where the type of black people and the black men that they want to make your leaders. They're gonna make the people your leaders, the people that's gonna speak for them, and the people that's gonna make sure that they're given the proper narrative for you to become an entertainer and become right. Join their fraternities, get branded, start throwing up they signs and signals, and all this way you have lost and forgotten about your God. You've lost your way. And now you just out here as an entertainer. They use you. They use you to be the face of AIDS. All type of shit. Right? Be a face of rape. They're not going to let you leave this earth As a clean black man, nope, they're going to attach something to you. Rape. Right? AIDS. Right? They're going to attach something to you. Right? So I don't know what the big deal is about what Nick Cannon said, bro. I don't know what the big deal is, bro. I didn't hear no hate. I don't know what the big deal is. Now you got black people and you got YouTubers who's trying to say, oh well, you know, well, if y'all the true Jews and if y'all all this and all that, then why y'all so fucked up? And then why is it black on black murders? And I'm the first person to speak on that. But we're not going to talk about that and then not talk about how we got here. Don't talk about my destination. Don't talk about where I'm at. If we're not going to talk about how I got here. Don't talk about black people need to get their shit together. When we had Tulsa. We had situations where black people was getting their shit together, pulling up by their bootstraps, becoming their own doctors, having their own grocery stores, having their own dentists, having their own medical offices. We had our own. Tulsa. We had it. We was on our way. And what they do? Shoot motherfuckers and burn down a whole community that was ours. We had it. Pre-crack, pre-80s, black people was just fine. Afros, partying, dancing, everything was just fine. But guess who? They just couldn't leave us alone because we started getting our own. We started making more money than other people. And they just didn't like that. They just didn't like it. After slavery, the only people who knew how to do anything were the slaves. They were doing everything. They were doing everything. So once we were free, there were sections of people who were like, oh shit, they're going to take all the jobs. Because they know how to do everything. We don't know how to do shit. And I'm sure not about to go out there and fill my own fucking farm. I'm not about to stand out there all day. Fuck, what we gonna do? Let's create a union so then we can just hire our own and keep them out. Oh, fuck. They're over there creating their own shit. What we gonna do? Let's go fuck it up. Let's go fuck up they shit. And then that'll make us feel better about whatever. Damn. They got their own dentist. They got their own hospital. They got their own grocery store. Man, fuck that, man. They taking money from us. Fuck. Look at them. Look at these niggers, man. They fucking riding around in the best cars. And look at them. Look at them. Fucking trying to live like us. They want to live by us. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We didn't make that. We didn't create that. Who made that? Who created that? We had our own. So now when you see ghettos and black people in certain sections of the cities that are fucked up and who don't want to get right, that's because it's already been planted. It's already been mentally planted that it don't matter what I do. They will find a way to destroy this shit. Let's talk about the truth. It does not matter what we do. If we was to start to form our own shit right now, they'll find a way to destroy it, Black Panthers. They'll find a way to destroy it. They'll find a way to infiltrate and destroy it. The Black Panthers was feeding kids, bro, and helping people after school programs, before school programs, medical programs, helping single moms, helping single fathers, helping single families, trying to get black people back on. And they found that to be public enemy number one. Because black people wanted to protect black people under the law that was given with guns. They said you can have a gun. So what the Black Panthers do? They went out and got guns, and they surveyed the areas where police were policing and beating black people. So they would stand and observe and make sure that wouldn't happen. What's wrong with that? That's hate. So I hate you because I don't want you to beat me. I hate you because I don't want you to mistreat me. I hate you because I'm telling you that what you're doing to me is wrong. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense? If I seen somebody trying to harm a random animal for nothing, I'm gonna stop them. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, what you doing? Does that mean I hate humans because I'm stopping you from killing an animal? Does that mean I hate humans now because I'm stopping you from killing an animal? I thought right was right and wrong was wrong. I thought there was only one race, which was the human race. How do you see yourself as any different because of pigment or because of melanin? Oh, because there is a difference. So now if we're going to talk about the difference, then let's speak on the truth of the difference. Which is why there's one race, the human race. There is going to get to a point where there's no just one race on the earth. That's God's plan. That's why mixed people do look the way they look. Exotic, whatever you want to call it. It's God's plan for us to all be mixed and look like who the maker is. If God is a reflection of all of us, then what do you think he looks like? If he made us all in his likeness, what do you think he looks like? And why do you, as a white person or whatever you are, think that you're better than and think that you're going to go to heaven and be able to tell that to God? Like, yeah, we did it, huh? We shut them down. But I made everybody in the likeness of me. I made everybody and everything in the likeness of me. What gives you the right to think that you're any better or any worse? Especially when I only blessed one person, one type of person on earth with melanin to protect them from the sun. One type of person I put on this earth and protected them from the sun. That person is who you're supposed to mix with, so then your children in the future will be protected by the sun, so that your kids will have melanin. Once you begin to hate that person and you don't want to integrate with that person, you then lose. You lose. You lose. You lose. You lose. So don't tell me I hate you, because I've been put in a certain situation that you wasn't put in. I didn't make me. There's no way they're trying to put, let me see, they're trying to put us through this shit again. Right, Martin was trying to make everyone come together. What happened? Then they didn't want that, so they killed him. Right? What did Martin say? What did Martin say after he had the I had a dream speech? He said that speech and that dream that he had was then a nightmare. He never should have integrated us with them. We never should have integrated the way that they'd happen like that. Because we just got fucked out of the whole deal. It's enough of us to love us. I'm not into being separate. I'm not into being separate. But if there's a section of people who don't want us to, we got to do away. Like we can't go down this road again, bruh. We can't go down this road again, bruh. What up, J. King? How and you absolutely right. How was Zimmerman able to get off? The reason why is because there's a lot of people who in their mind and in their perspective see us the way Zimmerman saw us. So it's very easy for people to say, yeah, I'm scared of black people too. And if a black dude is attacking me, I want to kill him. They're strong, they're mean, they're angry. That 13, 14-year-old boy whipped that grown-ass man ass. And that grown-ass man pulled his gun out and killed that kid. And did not go to jail. You want to talk about hate? Hate is then when you go and then try to sell Skittles in Arizona's in the name of the kid you just killed. You want to talk about hate? You want to talk about hate? You want to talk about hate? The police told him not to follow him. Right. Followed him anyway. Winded up and getting into an altercation with him. Right? Kills the kid. And gets off. Because they see you as an animal. And because they see you as a threat to society. So if anybody right now calls the police and say, there's a black man yelling in this house, I think he's hurting somebody. They're coming. Because they believe that. Already, before they even get here, they believe that you already... Oh, black man? Yeah, I'm sure he's fucking up something. Gotta be. You know why? Because they know that they've already put you in a position to be fucked up. If you put a rat in a box and trap it, of course you're gonna hear rambling and rumbling and he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. And you're gonna know, somebody can tell you like, oh yeah, I hear a bunch of noise coming from that box, and you're gonna know, oh yeah, that's the rat. I bet he's trying to get out. I bet you, because I put him in a fucked up position, so he's, trying to get up out of that fucked up position. We the only people who get faulted for trying to get out of our fucked up position. Oh look, he's an angry black man. I should be angry. When you entrap certain animals, don't they bite your ass when you go to feed them or try to take them out? Y'all seen that lady with the snake? Go and try to feed the snake, and the snake wrapped her ass up. Damn near tried to kill her. I'm not your pet. God put me on this earth, not for you to put me in a piece of glass to stare at. But you're gonna kill the snake. Because the snake don't want to be in a cage. God damn it. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. You're gonna kill the snake. The snake is the wrong. The snake is in the wrong because it don't want to be in the fucking cage. So it attacks you. What is the snake supposed to do? A good snake, see, this is what they call a good snake or a good pet, would just sit there and be a pet. That's a good pet, right? Obedient pet. You're a good dog. We all can't be good dogs. Right? Some of us know where we belong. I'm not playing, and this is not a time to play. I'm not playing, and this is not a time to play. We have played too fucking long. Too long. We sit back, let motherfuckers talk shit about our race, let people just clown us, do whatever they want to do. Do whatever they want to do to us. Say whatever they want to say. It's all good. It's all good. It don't matter. We still befriend these fucking people. We still laugh in their face and smile in their face and just take all of it's time to you know. It's time we grow some fucking balls. You can't go and talk about nobody else like that. Not even gay people. You can't go clown nobody. Go online right now and try to clown any other race, any other anything, and see what happens. See what happens. But you can get online and you can say anything about black people. You can do whatever you want to do. Call them all the niggas you want. You can mislead black people. You can tell them what they... Do it to somebody else's culture. Let Vlad go into rock and roll and try to exploit rock and roll. Let Vlad go into any other culture and try to do that shit. What he do to ours. 21 Jumper, whatever the dude name is. Let any of these dudes, everybody come to our shit. There's no Chinese world star hip hop. There's no white world star hip hop. There's no Mexican world star hip hop. Go find it. Good luck. Go find anybody else making fun of themselves the way we do. Good luck. Try it. Send it to me. Send it to me. Please find it for me. I bet you can. Find any other fucking race that's making a fool of themselves like we do. When they said niggas would do anything for clout, it's absolutely true. We want attention so bad. No education to first. Can't teach a kid shit. I just want y'all to show me another, what's the name? Show me. Show me. We're going to get it in today. Show me. How was Nate-X able to be on this video game yelling out nigga this, nigga that, and nobody said nothing? Not only that, he had black friends with him. When he was just yelling out the hard R 6 months, 8 months prior. And there's videos on him about it. Nobody said nothing. I was the only person who called him out and who was tagging him and who was in his stream talking shit to him. I was the only one. And black people were in his comments trying to erase my comments. Imagine that. Bronny, LeBron James' son, can't play the game without being called a monkey, a nigger, etc., etc. Not once have you seen 2K Ronnie 2K, anybody come out on the platform and say this is not okay, not acceptable? Not once. Yet they attach themselves to Black Lives Matter movements to make you feel like they did something for you. When you go Google Black Lives Matter, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing. Gang bang when it's time to. Not because a nigga said, because a nigga got on the wrong color, bruh. Kill a nigga for wearing the wrong color, but then drop your gun when the police pull up. You a big badass warrior. I don't see none of these warriors when it count. Over 50 kids shot, killed. And in the last 2 weeks, I don't see no Black Lives marches. I don't see nothing. I don't see no rappers, no nothing. I don't see. Yeah. Yeah. If you black, you should feel like shit. Especially as a black man. If you're whistling Dixie through these fucking days that's been going by, bro, you should feel like a complete fucking jackass loser. No other race lay down the way we lay down, bro. Nobody will do the shit we do and allow the shit that we allow, bro. Nobody. Nobody. You can't name me one person, one race, one other fucking culture that allowed this shit for so long. For so long, bro. For so long, bro. It's to the point where other cultures will tell their kids, don't be like them. They're stupid. And y'all allow them to hide truth from you. As soon as a nigga like me get to talking too much and get to preaching, then I'm I don't want to hear it. You fucking lazy, that's why. You lazy and you stupid. You lazy. When everybody else knows up to 3 to 2 different languages, you only know the language that's been given to you. You're a different color than everybody else on earth, yet you speak the same language that your slave masters taught you how to speak. They throw you a rap check and you good. They throw you 3 Lambos in the house and $1 million and you straight. And then tell you to rap like this and talk like this and wear your clothes like this, and next thing you see is a generation of kids on lean and crack and dope and smoke. A generation of kids Gone. Can't get back. They gone. Gone. And like I said yesterday, your rapper's not gonna rap to you and tell you what lean does when they don't have it. When it's hard to get. And they going through withdrawals. And they shitting on themselves. Right? And they itching. They itching everywhere. Everywhere. Right? They're not gonna rap about that. How they didn't shit so many times. If they asshole is raw and they didn't wipe their ass so many times that it's damn near bleeding. They're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you how often Percocets and all these other drugs, now they can't have sex with no girl. Dick won't get up. Won't tell you that. Tell them to tell you that part. How once you can't find the perks and all that shit no more, you gonna have to go to heroin. Tell them to tell you that part. Because the people that signed them want them to only give you that. And as soon as they go to the most deaf Talib route, they out of here. You won't hear from them again. You won't hear from them again. Soon as Extension start telling you how they played with frequencies in the music, how he could control your feelings with frequencies in the music, as soon as he start telling you that, they gonna pay two motherfuckers to get him out of here. See, they always gonna get your own to get you. They get your own to get you. Because they know half of you don't give a fuck about this shit. They know half of you just want to get out. They know half of you ain't never had a good steak in your life. They can come give you. That's why they get these motherfuckers in the precinct. You want a McDonald's? They probably know. They know you ain't had a good meal in weeks. This McDonald's gonna blow your mind. And you gonna tell it all. For a Big Mac and fries. I know your condition if I put you in it. If I starve you for 5 days straight and give you a piece of bread, you're going to think I'm God. Y'all don't hear me? If I starve you for 5 days and then show sympathy and give you a piece of bread, you will think that I'm God. Right. If you do for one, do for all. Right. We can't rely on nobody. We can't rely on nobody but ourselves. That's why we got to get back to the word. That's why we got to get back to our souls and where we're supposed to be at. We're soulful people. And we've become too much of this earth. We've become too much like man. We become too much like the people who enslaved us. We drink their liquor. Right? We do all the things that they want us to do. And that has gotten us nowhere. Because we're not that people. We're not that people. Our temperament is different. And this is all Nick Cannon was trying to say. And he didn't know what he was trying to say, but what he was trying to speak on is the temperament. Right? Damn, nice. In what? You're 1,000 out of 1,500. In what? In what? In what? Fiber. But that's what he was speaking on. Was the temperament. And how the Europeans came out of Europe with the temperament of taking over. Not making friends. They were in survival mode. It's not wrong to say that. And through temperament, things got fucked up. We're here already. We see people in need of help. We're like, y'all look lost. Do y'all have any food? Do you know where you at? This is this over here. This is this, and this is that, and this is how we eat. And oh, what's that in the mountains? That's gold. We don't really use it. Kind of use it as a sacred ground to go to and pray and make. Sometimes when we want to trade, we kind of use it and maybe trade. Use the metal for. We don't misuse the land. We only take what we can use. We don't overtake so that the earth can repopulate itself so that we can take again. Wait. Why are you pulling out knives and guns? Hold up. Oh, you want it all. You want all my land. Okay, so, well, how about I give you a piece of this land over here so that we can live and coincide with each other? No, you want it all. You want it all, and not only do you want it all, now you're going to take mine and then sell it back to me. Temperament. I didn't come to fight. I came in peace. I came to help. You took advantage. Now my temperament has changed. I am now in survival mode. And you have now created a monster that you motherfuckers cannot control. Don't blame Nick Cannon. Don't blame Professor Griff. Blame your fucking selves for creating this monster. Blame yourselves for having black men who can give a fuck and that'll shoot up your school or that'll shoot up a whole block. Who's uneducated to the point where some drugs, guns, and a little bit of pussy is okay. Blame yourself. We had Tulsa. We tried with Tulsa, Black Wall Street. Tried again in the 70s. But no, you guys want to bring drugs in because black people getting along just wasn't good enough for you. Don't blame Nick Cannon. He lost. He don't know where he at. He don't know what he. Don't blame Nick Cannon. Blame yourself. Blame yourself for bringing us all the way over here. Since we were slaves and we weren't here yet, even though we were already here. But blame yourself for trafficking us through ships all the way here to get us here, overwork us, uneducate us, not educated at all, and then just leave us out 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, just to say, oh, y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Why are y'all so like this? And why y'all hate? Huh? Don't blame me. Because my temperament has changed now. I'm not so peaceful no more. Everybody loved Martin. That's the first thing you hear white people say. Martin. Be more like Martin. Be more like Martin. That's cool. But then the temperament changed. See what happens? Y'all came over here with armor on and swords, helmets, guns, ready to go. Infected blankets. Sent your worst of the worst over here. Right? We know the story. They have released their jails and sent their worst of the worst here. And Queen Elizabeth said, I want it all. And now we're where we're at now. Don't blame Nick Cannon. It's too late for pointing fingers and shit. Like y'all said, y'all won the war. Y'all beat the Africans. Y'all beat them. The Moors tried to, they did what they can do up there, blah, 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 whatever. And then we had black people selling us out too at the same time because they was getting money or whatever they was getting. Don't blame Nick Cannon. Blame yourself. Blame yourself. This ain't our fault. Temperament has changed. And that's basically what Nick Cannon was talking about. The temperament of people. The temperament. The fact that we didn't have to run from the sun. This is no knock on nobody. This is no knock. But the fact that we didn't have to run from the sun. The temperament is different when you're in survival mode and you're not in survival mode. We wasn't in survival mode. We were already surviving. We were doing everything. We brought European soap and taught them how to carve a window into their castles so they can have some damn air going in. Taught them how to handle their dead. Because they were just throwing their dead into the river, into the sea, into the water, into their lakes. It was just that dead that's dead floating. Go look it up. I'm not making this up. Black Plague was in Europe. The Dark Ages was in Europe, not in Africa. So the temperament is different. The temperament. What people will overlook. I studied under John H. Clark for years. And he spoke about the temperament of the European coming out of Europe. He spoke about the temperament of Africans coming from Africa. The wars and the constant battles. Why do we act like none of this stuff happened? Why do we want to just start from slavery and then go up? Who's not telling the full story? Nobody cares. I'm the only one that cares. I'm shocked. Everybody's on Twitter bashing Nick Cannon. Let's have the conversation. Shiro, don't talk about the shit on Twitter, Shiro, if you're not gonna have a live about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Troy Dan, you give your opinion on Dwayne Wade, talking about hopefully he was misinformed. But you're on your live talking about how you identify as a black man. But then get mad when I call you a racist. Never heard Troy Dan or none of these dudes come out and say, Bio2K, none of these dudes come out and say, you know what, Black Lives Matter. Fuck the Black Lives Matter, but just anything directed to how we've been treated is wrong. Can't say they didn't know nothing because everybody's on social media. 2K even had a whole Black Lives Matter thing about the shit. I don't even think HTB, I don't know, but I don't even think HTB, which is black, did anything, said anything. The nigga with 200 subs is doing this. Right. 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 How can you comfortably go about your day when this type of shit is going on, bro? Nobody wants to talk about the truth. You start talking like this, you start hitting too many nerves. Even black people don't want to listen to it. They're like, out of here, bro. I just want to play 2K, bro. I just want to see the new players and see the new buzz beater. I just want to go and just go play some TTO. I just want to build my My Player up. And while they use your people. They use your people. There's no, you think I got this here for nothing? If you black, tell me, if you black, do you even know who that is right there? Do you know who that is? Do you know who this is? Do you even know who this is? Do you even know why I have this here? You know who this is? That's Garvey. That's Marcus Garvey. I'm not just talking like this just cuz. I mean this shit. It's right here. You can see it. Go look at the documentary on him. Marcus Garvey. Go see. Go see why you never learned about him in school. Go see. Go see why you don't know him. Go see. Go see why they ran him out of the States. Go see. Go see why they ran him out of here. No, Nick wasn't in the wrong. No, Nick wasn't in the wrong. Nope. Nope. No, he wasn't wrong. And yes, Max, there is a reason why my name is more than a game. If you ever wondered what M.T.A.G mean, my boy, you just found out. I infiltrated 2K. I'm not no 2K content creator. I infiltrated 2K. Infiltrated 2K to speak to my people. I snuck in this motherfucker to speak to my people. This has nothing to do with 2K. My channel has nothing to do with 2K. It's merely a tool for me to get to my people. Because I know where my people at. I know where my people like to hang out at. I know where they be at. Right? And they trapped here. So I come here. Play some games. I love 2K. I love basketball. I know where my people at. I don't mind having 200 subs. I don't mind having 10 subs. This ain't for that. I showed you. I got money. I live nice. I drive a Benz. About to get a house. A big one. I don't use this platform to come up. I infiltrated the system so I can reach my people. The same way they do our music. When they get the futures and all that shit, they infiltrate them. They get these dudes to go in, go make music to steer these kids in the wrong direction. I'm here to catch your ass right when you go down the wrong street. Right when you thought everything was sweet and you thought I was like somebody else. And you thought I was like Cass Nasty and Flight Reacts and all that shit. Right when you thought that, bam. Nope. See how I set you up? See my web? Gotcha. Oh, I'm gonna play some video games. We gonna do that. Yeah. 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 You know, I learned a lot from Nipsey dying. I learned a lot. His death taught me a lot. His death taught me a lot. And what it taught me is that you're going to either be on the right side of wrong or you're going to be on the left side of right. And what I mean by that is you either stand for something or you fall for anything. And I'm willing to die over this shit. That's why I don't play. I don't joke. Very serious person. Ain't nothing funny to me right now. Nothing. My culture ain't no fucking joke. Why you get to take your culture serious? I don't want no fucking Black History Month. No other race got a fucking month. No other culture has a month. that nobody celebrate. Going to a grocery store, ain't no Black History, nothing up. St. Patrick's Day, shit is up during Black History time. Pagan holidays are being promoted. You as a child are taught to praise Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Halloween. Go do your research on all these holidays. See where they started. See the origins of these holidays. See what they used to do. See what it really meant. Christmas time. And we still got bums on the fucking streets. Yet the president lives in the building with over 50 rooms? 50. Don't tell me you care. And there's people fucking starving. But you would throw away a plate of food because you didn't like the way it tastes. Don't tell me you give a fuck. When you just drove past 3 bums and didn't stop to give them no change that you cashed your check. Tell me you give a fuck when there's soldiers who will go to other fucking places, buy prostitutes, and won't give the little kids begging for money on the side a fucking quarter or a nickel. Don't tell me you care.